Hey there, everyone. This is kind of something interesting that I kind of want to put in the playlist of my Let's Play series, at least ones that when I decide to do a considerable amount of work for, right? So the Like a Dragon series have released recently, and as you can tell, it's kind of hard to see, but noticing that there is something drastically different about the Like a Dragon series thumbnails that are completely different than my own. And looking at what we're seeing right now, you can see that, like, oh, look at this. Like, man, we got whatever these things are, whatever that is, whatever, what the heck are all these things? So I'm going to turn off a lot of the layers. Let's see here. Turn these off, because that was just part of a thumbnail. These are actually parts of the actual Yakuza game. So as you can see, these little assets right here, I ended up just cutting and cropping from the picture and making that as the border for the Mahjong, right? And I end up using the wonderful playmat. As you can see, they all lines up, no issue, using the wonderful playmat to be able to make this. And this actually took quite a long time because of this. Initially, it was going to be these. These are how you get your points in Mahjong, if I'm not mistaken. And these are the actual pieces from Mahjong itself, which I just took directly from the assets of the game. All right. When it comes to me, like, making thumbnails, it's fucking boring as shit, to be completely honest with you. It's uber boring. It's a lot of tedium, a lot of whatever it is, but I wanted to do something fun and something different. The Yakuza series is known for memes. This series, serious Japanese melodrama, Days of Our Lives type, every, Sunday grandma watches this crazy drama with Yakuza in it, right? But this game does not take itself seriously at all, and I ended up doing so with this. And one of the biggest things within this game's history is that to be able to platinum the game, you gotta play this minigame, Mahjong. Now, a lot of us, people in the States and Europe and wherever it may be, what do they call us? They call us the West, right? No, they call us the East? No, do they call us the West? I think they call us the West. We don't really play this game too much, right? This game's played in China. It's played in very many Asian adjacent places. And not many of us get a chance to play this. And this has been like kind of like a big meme where you have to literally learn a game and its entire system to be able to platinum a game made by the Yakuza lads, the Ryu Goto series, wherever it is. Saying it wrong, whatever it is. So as you can see, my little episode title, which I would usually put here, 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 or here, usually doesn't want to go there because the little time thing for YouTube videos will be there. But as you can see, this is just one, as I have them all labeled here. Two together, which is just two ones. No, this is 11, so 1, 1, 11. And then we have 2, 3. So I would just position them and it was like, oh yeah, it's episode... Ooh, I didn't select the layer. I was like, oh yeah, it's just episode 3. And so it kind of looks weird. It's really like if you don't know anything about the Yakuza series, you don't know anything about Mahjong, you don't know anything about like the funny memes within it, you really wouldn't understand like the idea of why I would be making my thumbnails like this. Oh yeah, this is for Ichiban. Because, what is it? In episode 1, let's see, do I still have it? No, it's right here. There we go. In episode 1, Ichiban's name was behind here, and I ended up editing it out. As you can see, this is just what the image would look like, but I ended up putting this above the number border, and so his image, it kind of like had this kind of like 3D-ish type of texture thing that's on it. And to go on further within the series, so the series ended up changing. First, we're in this traditional Yakuza game, and then we end up coming to the point where the main character, who is in love with Dragon Quest games and RPGs, he ends up, pulling a sword from the stone, and boom, the combat system in the game is he's viewing it like an RPG fight. He gives people a chance. He's extremely strong, extremely talented fighter, right? But he always gives people a chance. He lets people hit him. It's something that's stated early on in the game because he views fighting like an RPG, which is why from Yakuza 0 to all the way to 6, the combat ended up changing because our main character is different. This one loves video games. So we have the Sega border, right? And the Sega sales thing. So this is actually... let's turn that off. This is, let's see, it's after episodes... Is it 16? Yeah. So I ended up taking assets from a Nintendo. So Dragon Quest comes out on Nintendo. It is not a Sega game, but Like a Dragon, Yakuza is a Sega franchise. So I ended up making a Sega-like game case for the thumbnails and pre-owned $16. That's the actual bar. Like if you scan this, it will be a scan barcode for this specific game, Like a Dragon for the PlayStation 4, right? So every new episode will be like, oh, we're on episode 15, right? So it'll be like, boom. Oh my god, this one's fucked. I forgot. I have to go like this, yeah. And it was like, yep, this game is worth $15 to $16. And as we go throughout the series, the money difference is going to show like what episode it is, right? And it looks like a pre-owned sticker that this is literally the pre-owned sticker minus a couple things from GameStop that I ended up making with my own assets, which is just a white background, black and curvature thing, and that's about it, right? Along with the game assets, like they would have the game assets on the board, along with the studio. The Ryu got Gotoku Studio that made Yakuza Like a Dragon. Sega on the Sega Genesis, because we're trying to keep it to the old school game. So since I couldn't do Nintendo, this Genesis is my favorite. This is actually a box art from a Sonic game that I ended up like replicating via colors. And as you can see right here, things did not work out very well, but it looks good for the video. It looks good for thumbnails. It looks good for everything. And it's my way to have fun with things. And within this series, as you can see, I ended up doing this. Like I said, the Yakuza series doesn't really take itself too seriously unless it's a cutscene, right? Because people will be shot, you'll be stabbed, you'll be fucking, your nuts will be ripped off. But like, if it doesn't have it in a cutscene, it never really truly happened at all. So, you know, we put she ends up, Psycho ends up smoking, put the dare sign up there for jokes. I fell in love with hand grenades. Meme face with a wonderful idol girl. Not an idol girl, she's a Jav person, because the beginning of the episode I stretched out the image beyond reason, so that's why it's artifact to shit. But a lot of the soaplands, the areas with the porn in it, they use Jav girls likenesses for a lot of the female models in game. Let's see, as you can see, this is one of them. As I can see, there's her model right there in game. She has a picture on the thing, and there's the picture right there that I ended up taking. It was on someone's DeviantArt. Boom. Mahjong Soul. So I have been referencing Mahjong Soul in absolutely everything. And this is him pulling the sword from the stone. So like this is like I think this is like episode 12 or something along those lines. And then the game transforms from Mahjong meme to what the series thumbnail should be, right? So if you don't know what Mahjong Soul is, it is a online Mahjong game of cute anime girls that you can play for free. There's like a ranking system, all that stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I only look at the general, to be completely honest with you. This is the only reason I know this, because I looked at the general. So, but I put that in there because I think it's good fun to reference something that a lot of weebs play, right? Let's see. So yeah, and that's about it. That's something I just wanted to do to cover this, and then put it in the thumb and put it into the cutie little playlist, and just kind of like as an extra thing. I don't know how to add it, but just an extra thing, creating a thumbnail.